Hello again, I am Jesus Trolova Perez, a research technician at the Polytechnic University of Valencia. With this video, we start the practical exercise with TLS point clouds. The practical exercise is divided in two videos. If you want to know more, please contact me at this email. The objective of the practice is to familiarize ourselves with TLS point cloud. We will work with the Cloud Compare software since it is free and you can download from this link. We will work with TLS point cloud adhered with Farofocus 120 in the Natural Park of Sierra de Espadán in the year 2022. The plot is circular with a radius of 6 meters. It has Pinus pinaster and sun shrub. In this plot, 5 scans were taken, 1 central and 4 at 7.5 meters distant in the cardinal points. The 5 point clouds are already registered in a single cloud and it is also georeferenced. The point cloud is in large format. The steps of the practice are 4. The first one is import the data and run some visualization tools. Secondly, we will classify the ground points and the points corresponding to the vegetation. For this, we will collect training samples, train a model, and apply it. The third step is to segment the points cloud with it is classified as vegetation into stem and leaves based on the intensity of the point cloud. And finally, we are going to estimate the diameter at the breast height of the trees and compare them with the ground data. This video is the number 1 and corresponds to steps 1 and 2. Let's get started. Open Cloud Compare, then go to File, Open. Cloud Compare can load many point cloud formats and some manufactured formats. We look in the data folder for the point cloud in large format. We load the point cloud, click Apply All and wait. It will ask if you want a shift coordinates, says OK. Here we can see the point cloud. You can zoom in by scrolling your mouse. You can also change the view orientation by clicking the left and right mouse button, and in addition you can use the left panel viewing tools to change the view. One side, the other side, the bottom. In this section, on the left, we can see the properties of the point cloud. For example, the name, the coordinates, and the number of points. And we can increase the size of the point for viewing purposes. We can calculate the height of each point and make a cologram to visualize the height of the trees. To do this, select the cloud and go to Edit, Scalar Files, Export Coordinate to Scalar Files. We select the C since we want to represent the heights. And here we can put the legend and we can see the low and the high altitude. And then you come back to RGB colors in the Properties panel. Now let's try to separate the ground from the vegetation. For this, we are going to use the Canupo plugin. All the information about the plugin can be found at Cloud Compare. To use the Canupo classifier, we must first manually select the training sample that repeat the classes. We will start with the ground. For this, we select the point cloud and with the scissor we will cut some group of points representing each class. For each class, you should take several typical subsets of points. Try to get a large sample of the different classes that can be found in each class. Also, make sure that all the subsets have approximately the same number of points or that the relative quantity represents the occurs in your data. Finally, we can show our ground samples, and we need to regroup all of them into a single cloud with the tool Edit, Merge. Press Now. Here you can see our ground samples. If you want to change one of them, you can use the scissor, remove, and try again. We change the name of the new point cloud, and then we repeat the same sampling procedure to collect samples from the tree class. When we have our samples in two clouds, we rename the clouds. And we export the clouds to result folder, always keeping the original resolution. Now that we have the training samples, we are going to train the classifier. We go to Plugins, Canupo, and in this window we have to select in class 1 the ground cloud and in class 2 the point cloud of trees. We leave the values of the rest of the parameters by default, except that in the descriptor we are going to select the original cloud. Click OK to start the training. The plugin will start calculating the description in each cloud and then try to find the best classification boundary. The behavior of the classifier is represented by projecting all the descriptors in the classification space, with the classification boundary in the middle, as a magenta line. The descriptor corresponding to the ground will be shown in blue and trees in red. If we are convinced of the separation between classes, we save the model and press Done. Otherwise, we repeat the sampling process. Now, you reload the original point cloud to classify. We can activate and deactivate the layers. We select the original layer and go to Plugin Canupo Classify. The first thing is to load the model we have previously trained. We select the point cloud to classify the correct point options. Also, if we have it previously selected, it's not necessary. We are going to leave the default values, but if you want to find out more, you can read the scientific publication associated to the plugin. The cloud is already classified, and if we go to properties, we can isolate the ground and is represented with the value 1. Now, using the tool Filter Points by Value, we are going to create a point cloud of the ground and another of the trees, and save them like you know. Thank you very much for your attention and see you in the next video.